Welcome everyone to the National Catholic College Admission Association Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Feel free to direct your questions to a specific institution or ask them generally. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. So again, feel free to use that Q&A as much as you want throughout the session to get your questions answered by the representatives. This is just one of many different sessions happening tonight, and we also have a future fair in a few weeks as well. So be sure to sign up for additional sessions to continue to get connected to colleges and universities. And then finally, this presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week or so at the same site that you registered at. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to our fabulous lineup of presenters. And first up is Holy Cross College.
Hello, good evening. My name is Marisa Simon, and I'm the Director of Admissions at Holy Cross College. I am a graduate of the University of Notre Dame, which is part of the tri-campus community with Holy Cross College, as well as St. Mary's College. I'm fairly new at Holy Cross, and I chose to come here because I could see a commitment among the students, staff, and faculty to each other and the college's mission. And that mission is to educate and form global citizens with the competence to see and the courage to act. The core curriculum at Holy Cross College is designed to form you into a scholar, citizen, leader, and disciple. We apply these terms broadly and across different aspects of your education. You can think of them in terms of your position at the school, within your community, and in our global network. In a small academic environment with a typical class size of only 15 to 20 students, you will interact closely with your classmates and professor. You get to know them and they you, so your education is highly personalized. All Holy Cross students begin the core curriculum with a common good practicum and seminar. As a seminar, you will learn by actively discussing important issues in the classroom. And in practicum, you spend a couple hours each week directly serving the common good. You get to interact with the South Bend area to improve your community and yourself. Global perspectives and immersion are also part of our core curriculum. Students expand their knowledge of their own place in the world by immersion in communities with different cultures, religions, and backgrounds. This global solidarity can be found through participating in our study abroad programs. We offer 9 majors, the most popular of which are business, biology, and psychology. 5 of our majors can be completed in just 3 years on an accelerated track, so you can save time and money. We also offer 20 minors, as well as partnerships with graduate programs at the University of Notre Dame and St. Mary's College. Every graduating student, regardless of major, is required to complete a professional internship, so you have a head start going into the professional world with actual experience. We also offer specific resources for first-generation college students who make up almost a quarter of our incoming class, so you can be successful at Holy Cross and beyond. Every graduating student also prepares a senior capstone project to present in front of their peers and the faculty. You would reflect on your experience through Holy Cross and how you have developed into the best version of yourself. Holy Cross College is a Catholic college for the modern world, distinctly Catholic and open to all. All students, regardless of their religious background, are welcome at Holy Cross College, and about 3/4 of our current students identify as Catholic. Through campus ministry, daily and weekend masses are accessible, but not required. Some of their most popular programming includes Theology on Tap, the Spes Unica retreats, and pilgrimages to notable sites with the Congregation of Holy Cross. Holy Cross is a residential college with most of our students living on campus in the 6 dorms. Students are required to live on campus for the first 2 years and may stay for all 4 years. There are some exceptions to that requirement for local students who can save money by living at home. Our dining hall is housed in the same building as a couple of the residence halls, as well as the chapel. Students can go from daily mass to the study lounge to the dining hall, all within the same building, which contributes to the tight-knit community among our 500 students. As part of the tri-campus community, Our students take classes and participate in activities at Notre Dame and St. Mary's. The most popular activities for Holy Cross students, besides cheering on the Fighting Irish football team from the student section, are the performing arts, especially playing in the Notre Dame marching band and singing in the Basilica choirs, which I did when I was a student. You can apply to Holy Cross by submitting the common application for free. We are still accepting applications for students hoping to enroll this fall, and we are still offering merit scholarships as well. For the next cycle, if you apply by November 1st, you'll be considered for early action, meaning you'll be among the first to receive your admissions decision in late November. After November 1st, we maintain a rolling admissions process in which we will send admissions decisions as they become available, typically just a few weeks after we receive your complete application. If you apply before February 15th, you'll be considered for our signature scholarships, for which you could be awarded up to $20,000 yearly. Admitted students will be considered for merit scholarships and need-based financial aid. The average financial aid award last year offered by Holy Cross College exceeded $28,000, and that was before including loans. The free application for federal student aid, also known as the FAFSA, is the only application necessary to be considered for need-based assistance at Holy Cross. And I will mention in this application cycle, we were test optional, meaning that we did not require the SAT nor ACT for admissions or for consideration for merit scholarships. And we will also not require those test scores for next year as well. I just want to leave with my contact information. Everyone on our team is excited to support you on your path to Holy Cross College. You're welcome to reach out to me or to anyone else on our team if you have questions or if there's anything else that we can do to assist you. Thank you.
All righty, thank you so much. Our next institution is Merrimack College.
Excellent. Thank you, everyone. Hello, my name is Rachel Tamponi, Associate Director of Admission and International Recruitment at Merrimack. So today I'm just going to talk a little bit more about our institution. So to kick us off, I would like to kind of start with the visual so everyone can get an idea of campus. So this is a nice aerial shot of Merrimack from above. We have expanded, so several new buildings that you'll see here, a brand new athletic complex, new nursing building, new Girard School of Business, new visitor service and career center. So lots of new space. We're breaking ground for new residence halls. So it is an exciting time on campus. We are in a safe suburban community located about 30 minutes north of Boston. So we are on the North Andover border. We are accessible from the city by train. We're just a short half-hour ride from Logan Airport. Some other things, we're very coastal, we're close to the water. So if the beach is your thing, you have that. We also experience all 4 seasons. So if you're interested in snowy activities, skiing, snowboarding, all of that is available. And we're only about 4 hours from New York. Some general information about Merrimack. We're currently at about 4,000 undergraduate students. We're bringing in about 1,100 students every year, so increasing a little bit in size, but also adding a lot of great new programs, faculty, support staff, and activities for our students. We have over 100 different academic programs, so there's lots to choose from. Great for an undecided student. You do have 2 years to declare a major, so there's no pressure, and there are a lot of opportunities available. We have a 15-to-1 student faculty ratio, so your faculty will be accessible there for you. You'll be able to build relationships. We don't have huge lecture halls, so they'll really know your name, know your face, and really have a vested interest in you and your education. Merrimack is an Augustinian Catholic institution, so we are one of 2 in the United States. Our sister school is Villanova down in Pennsylvania. So we are really focused and committed to the Augustinian values of service, leadership, community, giving back to others, and the pursuit of wisdom and knowledge. So that's definitely something you'll find throughout Merrimack students, the curriculum. It is a very warm and welcoming place. We have students of all religious denominations on campus. We do offer daily mass, so the Catholic lifestyle is certainly there for those who want it. But overall, Merrimack is open and welcome to all students. We also have growing graduate opportunities, so the option to stay just 1 more year. So there are about 1,200 graduate students on our campus now, over 60 different student-run clubs and organizations, everything from interest-based groups to academic groups, Greek life to video game club to ski and snowboard club. The opportunities are certainly endless. Pretty even male-female ratio. We do have students coming from 34 different states and 35 different countries. We are big on athletics. Just this past year, all of our teams moved from Division II to Division I, so that's very exciting. We're now competing in the Northeast Conference, so you might see Merrimack a little bit more on the TV, but really great spirit. Our students love going to games and cheering on the teams. We also did just add a brand new marching band, so that is a new growing, thriving program for us as well. I just kind of want to quickly run through the academic offerings. We do have our Girard School of Business with a bunch of different concentration options. We have our School of Education and Social Policy, which also houses our Criminology and Criminal Justice program. We have Health Sciences, including a brand new nursing program, along with a brand new nursing facility. We have our School of Science and Engineering, so all ABET accredited engineering programs, lots of the hard sciences. And then we have many different liberal art major options, as well as tons of minors to choose from. So very customizable. You can double major, you can major in minor, you can do it across schools and disciplines. So it's very customizable to kind of chart your own path at Merrimack. We do give very good financial aid. So just by applying, you'd be considered for a merit scholarship. Those range anywhere from about $8,000 to $26,000, depending primarily on GPA. We also offer need-based aid. So you can see some of the averages here, but 99% of students do receive grants and/or scholarship. The average cost of tuition gets down to about $23,000 after that aid is applied. And then just a little bit about our admission process. We have all the typical early decision, early action deadlines. As Holy Cross mentioned, we are still accepting applications. So any seniors in the audience, feel free to still apply. We're happy to still review your application. But for folks applying next year or in future years, this is what's required. We are completely test optional, so no stress about test scores. We don't need that information to review your application, but this is everything that is available. And then just some contact information. So if you are interested in reaching out, please do. I will also pop our virtual tour and visit options into the chat, as well as if you'd like to receive more information from us. So that's all I have. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Up next, Loyola University, Maryland.
All right, good evening, everybody. My name is Ben Weckstein, and I work in the Office of Undergraduate Admission here at Loyola University, Maryland. First, thank you all for joining and learning some more about all of these wonderful institutions. So first off, Loyola, Maryland is a Jesuit liberal arts university, and we're located in the city of Baltimore. Baltimore is home to about 600,000 people, home to 14 colleges and universities. So there are over 160,000 college students here. The Baltimore, Washington, D.C. metropolitan area, it's the 5th largest metropolitan area in the United States when you combine those two areas. So if you're a college student or if you're a young person, this is an exciting place to be. It's a place full of life. Over 200 unique neighborhoods are here, home of the Baltimore.
Alrighty, I think we lost connection with Ben. Gonzaga, do you want to get your presentation shared? And in the meantime, hopefully Ben is able to reconnect. Okay, Ben, can you hear us? You're muted.
I can hear, now I can hear you.
Okay, let's go ahead and try to reshare your screen.
Okay, can everyone see my screen again?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I was just saying the Baltimore, Washington, D.C. metropolitan area, it's the 5th largest in the United States, home to 14 colleges and universities. So this is an exciting place to be if you're a young person, full of internship opportunities, 200 unique neighborhoods, home of professional sports teams, the Baltimore Ravens and the Baltimore Orioles. So it's an exciting place to be. Our campus, we ranked in the top 10 nationally last year in the Prison Reviews list for dorms. So 96% of first-year students are going to live on campus, and then over 88% are going to live on campus all 4 years. So Loyola definitely fostered that sense of community. So when you're talking about Loyola, we're about 3,900 undergraduate students. So our average class size is about 20. We have a student to faculty ratio of 12-1. We are home to 18 Division I varsity sports teams, that's men's and women's. 35% of our students identify as a student of color. And then about 60% of our students are going to study abroad. So Loyola is nationally recognized for our study abroad programs. 2/3 of our students will study abroad. Study abroad is reserved for just your junior year. It's important to know that at Loyola, any academic major can study abroad. So whether you are an engineering major or you're doing the pre-health professional track, you can study abroad. Loyola offers 35 different majors, 45 different minors. So if you're looking for everything from engineering to forensic studies, and then we have more of the kind of the traditional history, but then other unique programs, speech language pathology at Loyola, innovation and entrepreneurship as a minor. So there's truly something for everybody. Students can double major between our academic schools, no problem. Pick up a minor, pick up a concentration. Loyola wants to make it very flexible for you. Now, when you're talking about visiting Loyola, right now, we have a ton of virtual experiences going on. You can register online for a one-on-one video chat with your individual admission counselors. You can sign up for an academic webinar. You know, our wonderful faculty at Loyola, they have taken the time out of their schedules to go ahead and, you know, hop on a Zoom call and then present about the forensic studies program or the biology or the classics department. We do offer admission information sessions every Monday and Friday over Zoom. They're about 35 minutes long, hosted by an admission counselor. We do offer student and faculty panels as well. So you can get the, you know, actual experience of hearing from a Loyola student. So our Greyhound ambassadors, our student tour guides, you know, they are happy to hop on a panel with you. And then our student tour guides, they're also doing student guided virtual tours as well. So you can actually take a virtual tour of our campus live with a current student. And so you can kind of get that experience. But we are also open for in-person campus tours right now. We do have COVID-19 precautions in place. So campus tours are limited in size and you don't actually get to go inside a residence hall, but you can come to campus, but you also can come on your own and do a self-guided tour. We've set up QR codes around our campus to make it pretty easy to let us know that you're here. Now, Loyola is exclusively on the common application, so we don't have our own application. We are test optional. We've been test optional for the last 12 years, and we're going to continue to be test optional. Scholarships and financial aid, we all know that plays a big part in a lot of students' decisions. So we award merit-based scholarships. Those are going to range from $20,000 to $30,000, and that is before taking into consideration a FAFSA and a CSS profile. So Loyola will award their own institutional funds. And on average, the financial aid package comes to be about $38,000. If you're wondering what the class profile looked like a little bit last year to see if you might be a good fit at Loyola, on average, they had a 3.63 GPA. The SAT score at 1150 to 1310, that's the middle 50%, but remember we are test optional. And then an ACT score of 25 to 30. So we like to say that these are just ranges. These are not hard numbers that you have to fall within. We know that every student is unique. And then lastly, I just wanted to provide my contact information as well. So feel free, you can shoot me an email, you can give me a call, but we'd love to see you on our Evergreen campus here, and good luck.
All right, thank you so much, Ben. And up next, we have Gonzaga University.
Hi, everybody. My name is Zucel Aguilar, and I am a senior admission counselor here at Gonzaga University. So I'll go ahead and start by sharing my screen. I will preface that some of the presentation has some videos in the background, and sometimes I need to turn off my video in order to make them look smoother on your end. So that might happen. Start there. So like I mentioned, my name is Zucel Aguilar. I oversee parts of California, Nevada, and most of the upper Midwestern states. For our students, this, and then my contact information will be at the beginning and the end of the presentation. So Gonzaga is a small, medium, liberal arts university in the Jesuit tradition. So Loyola, right before me, is one of 27 Jesuit universities in the US, and Jesuits are an order of Catholic priests that focus on education for social change. So we're really building students for lives of leadership, for service for the common good. So most of our students are coming from further away. It's about 55% out of state and about 45% in state. So students are really coming from all over the country, as well as 40 different countries all around the world. We have a multitude of different support networks on campus. One that I really like to highlight is Center for Student Academic Success. So they really help with study skills, any accommodations. If you have an IEP or anything like that, we can tell you what it's going to be at the university before you even get here, as well as just specific offices dedicated to supporting you in different ways. So our academic size is more small. So we provide a smaller academic experience while feeling like a larger school in terms of spirit and involvement, which are both things that I was really looking for in a university. So here are some stats that I was considering as you start to look at other schools. That's a good thing to take a look at what things are important to you. And then we have a 92% retention rate, and that's how many first-year students returned as second years. So generally that can show expectations being met, resources being offered, and typically we're about a 94, 95%, but this is in light of COVID, so still an overall strong retention rate. We have 5 undergraduate schools, and then I've highlighted some key programs within those. So I've highlighted the most popular programs, the most populated majors all across the school. So biology and psychology both have a research concentration. Business and accounting both have a 5th-year MBA option if that's something that you're interested in. We have a degree in sports management. So if you're interested in working in the sports industry, that's a great way to start off and build an educational background for that, as well as some other educational majors, as well as teaching certifications. We have direct admission, engineering, and nursing. They're both competitive when we look more closely at your math and science background. We do have pre-professional programs, and they're on the bottom right of that of the screen. And then you can pair that with any major. It's not a major by itself. It's one that'll support you to go into that graduate program. So stop my screen sharing here. So Gonzaga is really big on studying abroad. It's about 55, 60% of our students that do a study abroad program at some point in their 4 years. And we have programs on every continent except for Antarctica. Our most popular program is Gonzaga Influence, because that's our actual university abroad. It's our students, it's our faculty, but we also have popular programs all over the world, like Auckland, New Zealand, Glasgow, Scotland, in 3 different programs in Spain. So lots of different options for you to study abroad. Life on campus is very much 4 seasons. In the spring, it feels like we get them all in one day. But what I like is that it's really warm, it's very dry, it's not humid. You get snow, but not a ton. It's about 2 to 3 feet of snow is the yearly average. So a good balance of each season. Super active student life, over 140 different student clubs. I like to describe the engagement in the spirit of like almost obnoxious, super spirited, super involved. If that's what you're looking for in a university, it's a great fit for you. In terms of athletics, we are a D1 program for all of our programs. And we have club sports as well as intramural sports. And there's, for the intramurals, there's 3 different levels of competitiveness, and you can play at any of those levels, and it's championship bracket style. So in terms of Spokane, Washington, we are the 2nd largest city in the state. Really great access to the outdoors. It's about like 5 local ski resorts within 2 hours, lots of hiking, backpacking, river rafting, rock climbing nearby. We're a very outdoorsy city, but we're also still a city, like I mentioned, we are the 2nd largest, so really great restaurant scene, and downtown is only about a half a mile away. In terms of admission, we're on the Common App. That's where you apply to the university, and our deadline is December 1st. We don't have we just have one application deadline, which is December 1st. We don't have early action or early decision. And direct admission into nursing and engineering, like I mentioned, but it's not a separate app. You just have to make sure that you add that on your application as your intended major. Our incoming class averages are listed there for a middle 50%, and we are completely test optional for every major for consideration for merit scholarship. It's truly test optional, and we do offer admission interviews. If you're interested, it can help you if you're interested in a direct admission program showing demonstrated interest, or if your academic profile looks like the bottom right-hand side, it can help give us context. In terms of financial aid, need-based is decided by FAFSA, that's due December 1st. There are application-based scholarships that are due by January 1st, and there are some for students attending a Catholic high school, some for students that are leaders on their campus. So take a look at our scholarships and what we offer, and you're automatically considered for merit scholarships. And it's about 13 to 26,000 that is that you can qualify for merit scholarships, and that's every year as long as you're full-time and in good academic standing. So my contact information is on the slide. I'll also send it in the chat, but please feel free to ask questions in the Q&A. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. And as Uzal mentioned, feel free to use that Q&A. Our presenters are ready to answer any questions that may come through. Up next, we have Walsh University.
Hey everyone, my name is Griffin from Walsh University. I'm just gonna take a second here, share my screen, so just give me a second. All right, so I'm just here to tell you a little bit more about Walsh University. We're a Catholic university in North Canton, Ohio. And I'm gonna flip over here to our mission. So this is just a little bit of the background. We like to show our mission because it really shows what Walsh is all about. So this just lets you know that we're an independent, coeducational, Catholic and liberal arts and sciences institution that we're founded by the Brothers of Christian Instruction, which is pretty unique for a Catholic university in America because I'm pretty sure the only Catholic university in America that were founded by the brothers. And so we really are just focused on that Judeo-Christian tradition through our different things like Walsh theologians, university values, service, the fact that we're global in nature, and our constant, 7 days a week mass offerings. So here's a little bit of background about our academics at Walsh University. You can see that we have the DeVille School of Business, the School of Arts and Sciences, the Bayer School of Nursing, the Division of Education, the School of Behavioral and Health Sciences. These different schools are involved in over 100 different programs and over 70 different majors. So we always like to say if there's something that you're interested in, we probably will offer it here at Walsh University. Really most known, especially in the state of Ohio, for our nursing programs, but we also have a full doctorate of physical therapy, masters of occupational therapy, and in that Bayer School of Nursing, we do have the nurse practitioner doctorate as well. And then obviously all of our other majors have their own merit, but I like to talk a little bit more about those because they are really what we're known for and some great programs that we have to offer here. And if you have any more questions about the majors, I don't want to go too in depth, you can obviously reach out to us anytime at the contact information we give. But something we like to get into because the education is a little bit different here at Walsh with our new president, Dr. Tim Collins, that came from us from Johns Hopkins University last year. We have 8-week academic terms, which is pretty interesting for a college. One of the only colleges in the nation that does this. Think of it a lot like block scheduling when it comes to high school. And, we do these 8-week academic terms so the students can have a little bit more flexibility in their schedule, take, 3 or 4 classes at a time and get a little bit more invested in those courses so that they don't have so much homework, so many finals at the end of the semester. And also they have the flexibility to even take off a semester, go do their internship, and time for, research and scholarship, time that we were finding and Dr. Collins was finding students didn't have when they were really stuck in that 16-week format. And over the year that we've had it so far, it's been going extremely well and giving our students a lot more flexibility in that schedule to do things that they want to do and really mold themselves as people, because that's really what we're into at Walsh. And then we'll talk a little bit about global learning. Walsh is very global in nature, though we're a university with only about 1,200 to 1,300 undergrads currently. We do have a myriad of people from different countries. Even with the pandemic going on, we found ways to get them back and get them learning here on campus. And we have students representing over 35 different countries here, and we've had over 40 different in our graduates. And so we just really have a big time global focus. Our biggest focus is sending students abroad too. And we have full programs in Rome that we've had for years and years and years. Tanzania, Uganda. We also have students now going to Dublin, Ireland. And we're working on some other partnerships as well. And so it's a pretty cool experience here. If you want to travel, if you want to see the world, Walsh is a great place to come and check out for sure. We are Division II NCAA athletics. This just lists out the men's and women's sports that we do have on Walsh University's campus. And obviously the beauty of that is we can offer those athletic scholarships that maybe some of the smaller Division III schools can't offer. And also it creates a really good atmosphere on campus to have these teams competing at a high level. And so, if you have any interest in athletics, you can check out what we have and get a hold of us. We can always get you in contact with a coach. We also have a 4-year guarantee here on campus, which I think is a really cool opportunity here at Walsh. It's basically just saying that as long as you meet all outlined criteria moving forward through Walsh, we're going to make sure that you graduate in that 4-year period. Even if you come in as an undecided student, which is becoming more and more common and we embrace that, you're going to graduate in 4 years as long as you take care of everything you need to take care of. That's a really important thing to us, is it's moving more and more towards students taking 6 and 8 years, which is okay, but we know that it's an expensive endeavor and we want to get you out. And so, basically, if you don't graduate on time and it's at any fault of Walsh University, we'll cover tuition costs of your remaining coursework. We're going to put our money where our mouth is when it comes to that type of stuff. We want to make sure the students get out on time, and we're going to back that up by paying your tuition if we don't get you graduated on time. And what that means is we have all the time people at hand to take care of you and make sure that you're taking the coursework you need to take, you're going to graduate on time. And we have excellent advisors that are with you every step of the way to make sure you're right on time with that coursework. This is just a little background about how to become a Cavalier. That's our mascot, how to become a Cavalier. And I'll just let you look those over. It's pretty standard to the acceptance process. We are rolling admission. We accept ACT, SAT, CLT. We also have test optional currently. And we're on the Common App as well as our own free online application. And like I said, we're rolling admissions. So, we're still accepting those seniors right now. If you're a senior out there looking for a school, check us out. And then just here's a little bit about our academic scholarships. Every student's awarded a $12,000 to $18,000 academic scholarship. And this is automatically renewable year over year. So this is an awesome way to make private college, Catholic university more affordable. And we have a ton of grants and scholarships outside of this, but I just wanted to show you what we have to offer here at Walsh. So I thank you for your time, and I'll put my contact information in the chat.
All right, thanks, Griffey. Our next and final institution is St. Francis College. So I'll invite them up.
Okay, can you guys see the screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. So hi, my name is Bobby Glover. I'm an admissions counselor at St. Francis College, obviously. We're in Brooklyn Heights, New York. My supervisor likes to refer to us as being hot, hip, and happening. We're pretty much one stop away from Manhattan. If you are a city dweller, even though most of our students are international or they come from out of state. So of course, here's our social media. We're actually very active on social media, since we know this is a social media generation. So of course, if you want, you can take a photo of that if you'd like to follow us on social media. Also, before I get into all the logistical things, we are offering in-person visits. They're a little staggered now because obviously because of the pandemic. There's a link at the bottom, www.sfc.edu/meet us if you'd like to schedule an in-person visit or virtual visit of the dormitory or the actual school with your family. So before I get into our 5 differentiating factors, I'll state that our school is actually very small. We have a 15-to-1 student to faculty ratio, which obviously you will have the opportunity to get to know your professors quite well. We have overall about 2,600 students, including graduates, including transfers, including freshmen. We're also ranked as being one of the more affordable private institutions in the country. We're also a Division I school if you're a student who's interested in athletes. Our admissions process is actually rolling, so we don't have an official deadline unless you're a nursing applicant or if you're applying to any of our scholarship programs. As far as the GPA is required, the minimum is a 71, and we're test score optional. You can apply to us on the Common App, or you can apply on our website, in which the application is free. So as far as our other differentiating factors, the location, as I've stated, we're in Brooklyn Heights, New York, and readily accessible by pretty much every single train line in New York City. Also, we have a personalized approach. So most students don't really get to meet their admissions counselor, but with us, we're actually very personable with students. So you're an assigned an admissions counselor and you'll work with them up until the point that you register. And of course, if you want, you're more than welcome to come back to us. We have like mobile numbers, so you can definitely reach us. Another differentiating factor is our transformative faculty. Most of our faculty members actually work in their field. So of course, if you're looking for an opportunity in your major, it's very easy to do that. Another one would be our financial aid opportunities. We do offer merit-based scholarships that goes according to your GPA. We also offer a need-based scholarship that goes according to your income. And we have a network of a lifetime. So because we're a small school, we ensure that our students are employed and get internships while they're in the school. Another hallmark of our school is Scholarship Day, where you can actually compete for one of 4 full tuition scholarships. But obviously, you have to be a first-time freshman. You need an 85 GPA or above, and you have to be accepted to the school. Another scholarship that we have is the Robert J. McGuire Scholarship, which is for students who have an income of $125,000 or less. Obviously, you have to be an applicant to the school, and you also need an 85 GPA. So for this scholarship, they offer up to $9,000 per year, plus they offer you a $1,000 book voucher. The honors program, of course, if you're a student who wants to really delve into topics that's a little beyond your major, then you may be interested in applying to the honors program, in which you would need a 90 or above GPA. And once again, we're test score optional. Even for the honors program, you do not need a test score. We also have a Larkin Luminary Scholarship. If you have or know someone who attended St. Francis College, or if you refer a friend, you can also get additional aid for that. So for nursing and for our other programs, we do have early decision if you're interested in that. I don't want to go too much into detail, everything's here, but December 15th is the deadline if you're interested in early decision. If you're not interested in early decision, then you'll just do rolling admission. And of course, that one is non-binding. So one of our top programs is the nursing program. So you definitely need an 85 GPA or above. That's the minimum. And if you're doing early decision, you need a 90. Because of the pandemic, we will waive the test score so long that you have that 90 or above GPA. Dates and deadlines are pretty much standard across the board, regardless of the year. If you want, you can also take a photo of this slide. I know I'm running out of time. But Scholarship Day, the McGuire Scholarship, and the Honors Program, they all follow the same exact deadline. Usually they're right after the holiday break. And the nursing deadlines also follow a very similar paradigm. So once again, you can apply on the Common Application, or you can apply on our website, which is free. And you can have your guidance counselor or yourself submit your transcripts to transcripts@sfc.edu. And I skipped one slide, but I was going to say thank you. And my contact information is actually listed on the slide if you need it. I'll also enter it in the chat box. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thanks, Bobby. And I'll actually ask you to stay on and invite the rest of the presenters to turn their camera back on. I just want to ask a few general questions that I think will be for the greater good of the audience, while each presenter will have some time to share their answer. So first up would be, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we can start with Holy Cross.
Sure. So I would advise students to really do some self-reflection, to think about what they're looking for, what kind of environment they thrive in. We offer a very small campus, but we do have access to a big college with a lot of research opportunities and big time athletics. So just to think about what environment is good for you, what are you looking for in those schools?
Something that I would add to that advice is take advantage of all the opportunities that are available right now. We understand it's hard to visit college campuses that may be distant from you, but there is a lot of great virtual programming going on. I know we are sitting in front of computers so much more now, but you do have access to information that a few years back wasn't readily available. There weren't panels where you could talk to faculty and current students. So take advantage of those opportunities. And as travel becomes easier, you'll be able to get onto those campuses and get that feel. But look at what's out there in kind of the virtual space right now too, because schools are really adapting and providing that information in a different format.
I'd also chime in and say, when you're applying to college, definitely explore financial aid opportunities, whether outside scholarships or institutional aid. Even though you may be 18, 19, maybe 17, 16, it may not be convenient for you to think about the future, but of course, college will go very fast. You should start thinking about your credit score, getting that first apartment, getting your first job. So you don't want to get yourself into too much debt. So definitely explore financial aid opportunities as soon as you can, because college, it's 4 years, but it goes by very quick. So I'd give that advice.
Yeah, I would just chime in that, with this virtual environment, like Rachel said, take advantage of it. Check out every school that you can, because you never know what school might be right for you. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people that are here haven't even heard of Walsh University, or maybe some of the other universities that are here. Give them all a shot, check them all out, see what's the best fit for you, because at the end of the day, you might be missing that school that's your perfect fit, because you're only looking at one. And now more than ever, you can look at any school you want to. So take advantage of that.
Yeah, I'll jump back in. I know I got out of turn, but my internet's been a little wonky. Kind of to echo what Walsh University just said, is to definitely have an open mind with this process, because if you start looking at schools as a junior or even sooner, you may find that the thing that you're actually looking for, you may not stumble into that until your senior year, and after you get to have those conversations. So I'd say an important process of the college search process is to just have an open mind, and to when you go and you meet with representatives and you're at college fairs, learn as much information as you can, because I'd be willing to bet you that what you think about what you want in college now will be different by the time that you start your first year.
Yeah, I oversee all of our scholarships for undergraduate admission, and I would say that take a look at the scholarships that each of the schools that you're applying for offers. Strong applicants rise quickly within the pool, so just take a look and see whichever ones that you qualify for and apply for those.
All righty. Great info. Next one, give us your favorite event or tradition on campus.
All right, so my favorite event on the Holy Cross campus is our Theology on Tap events. Those are probably our most popular as well among the students. And we actually have one that's happening tonight in our big tent on campus, so students can spread out with one of our professors on the Catholic imagination of Tolkien. So those are my favorite series at Holy Cross.
Awesome. So I'll jump in. My favorite event at Merrimack is called Mac Gives Back. So it is one giant day of service. While our students are always kind of participating in service throughout the year, this is one day the entire campus community, faculty, staff, students really come together and serve our local communities. So we have over 50 different sites where our students, staff, faculty are placed in one day. So it's kind of one really synergistic event that is really fun. Our students get excited about it, and it's actually happening tomorrow.
Yeah, I would say at Loyola, ours is going to be Lessons and Carols that is held in the chapel just before all the students go home for winter break. It's, a wonderful event. Our chapel is always, standing room only. And then a lot of individuals just from, surrounding area, Baltimore City, some of the counties, they'll even make the drive to come and hear some just incredible music.
I would say at Walsh probably would be our Agape retreat. We just get together a ton of students and we send them out to a really nice camping area that we have here with log cabins and stuff. And we kind of get out into nature and really enjoy that, and learn a little bit more about the Catholic tradition, and also just really get into that. It's a really cool experience that students get to have off of campus, because sometimes it's just nice to get away and feel like you're not there anymore, and not taking classes and everything. So I would say that's probably my favorite.
There's a Gonzaga specific tradition called tenting, where there's 4 games that are designated a tenting game during the season, and those are against our biggest opponents, so like Baylor, BYU, so are just top 4 for that specific season. It's a longer process, if you can imagine, than I'm about to explain, but just to give you an overview, you grab a group of 5 of your friends together, you're going to embark on this tenting journey. You tent outside for a full 24 hours. We check if you're in the tent at all times. It can be a random tent check at 5 a.m. And if you're not in there, you're disqualified. And this is for the first row of the arena, if you want to go make the student tunnel. And it's a lot of fun. And it's a very Gonzaga specific tradition that I have really loved, and a great way to just stay engaged and just do some really fun things in college, and support the team.
And Bobby?
Oh yeah, so St. Francis College, we have something called Terrier Tuesday. So it's the Tuesday before classes begin. So we literally shut down the entire street where our school is at Remsen Street. We have a block party. So there's a dunk tank You can like visit all the clubs and organization tables. We have like barbecues. There are like vendors there, you know, with lots of cotton candy. Pretty much it's a huge block party. Lots of music. You can go on stage and perform. There are like lots of prizes and gifts given out. So pretty much it's a nice way to get the year jump started with a nice little party. Just so you know, we're not a party school. I know that that's a thing. At least it was when I applied to college. You know, some schools were classified as party schools. Like for us, that's the closest you get to a party. So enjoy it while you can.
All righty. Well, that is all the time we have today. I want to thank you all for being here and sharing all the great information that you did about your schools and audience members. I hope you enjoyed it and broadened your horizons listening to all these fabulous schools. As you exit the webinar, you will be given a quick survey. It's only 4 questions, so we'd love to hear your feedback regarding this particular session. And as I mentioned, we do have a few more sessions happening tonight and in a few weeks. So feel free to continue to sign up for more sessions and continue to connect with colleges and universities across the country. And then finally, the session is being recorded and will be available on the website in about a week. So I hope everyone has enjoyed. Once again, thank you to the presenters and have a great evening.
Thank you.